Hi, it's Sally again. Welcome to day 4 of Lymphoedema Awareness Week. It is actually World Lymphedema today, so I'd like to talk to you about what you do if you think you have got lymphedema. We're at Lindsay Lodge, the only lymphedema clinic in North Lincolnshire, and we're here to help. So if you think you've got lymphedema, please do speak to a healthcare professional or your GP and ask them to refer you to our clinic. Once we receive that referral, we will actually invite you in for an assessment appointment, and at that assessment appointment, we'll take a history from you, find out what's been going on, we'll have a look at you, take some measurements, and then depending on the outcome of that, if we deem that you've got lymphedema, we will actually offer you a course of treatment. So that treatment may be self-management, it may be some hands-on treatment, but generally speaking, most of the treatment moves around skincare. So we'll advise you about applying an emollient to your skin, we'll advise you about the skin precautions to try and prevent infection in your skin. We'll also talk to you about compression therapy, which is one of the main management of lymphedema. So if you've got an arm lymphedema, then we may measure you for an arm sleeve. If you've got it in your leg, we'll measure you probably for some tights or some stockings or some socks, or maybe a wrap if you're struggling to apply socks or stockings. Another form of treatment is lymphatic drainage, because we want to try and encourage that lymphatic flow to get that regulatory system back working again, so there's a balance with your fluid levels so we can reduce any swellings. The lymphatic drainage, we can either teach you to do some yourself, which we would expect you to do anyway, even if we were providing some for you also. So we would teach you simple lymphatic drainage, and then we would also potentially book you in for a course of what we call manual lymphatic drainage, which is where we'll apply that lymphatic drainage for you using our hands. But not everybody needs that. Quite a lot of people can manage with their own self or simple lymphatic drainage at home. If somebody requires, we also have the option of what we call an IPC machine, which is intermittent pneumatic compression, which is like a pump. And that pump actually provides lymphatic drainage. So if you've got a swollen leg, then we'll have a leg sleeve that we can pop your leg in. That will apply the treatment to your leg and help move the lymphatic fluid. Same with the arm. So if it's an arm lymphedema or a leg lymphedema, the option is there to actually go on this machine that will help you. And then finally, we'd advise you about exercise. We've already talked earlier in the week about the importance of exercise. We'll be talking more about that later on in the week, because there's a big push on exercise and movement to actually reduce and maintain lymphedema. The important thing to remember is that lymphedema is a chronic condition, so unfortunately it's not curable, it is classed as a long-term condition. However, it can be well managed with self-management and the treatments that I've already talked about. So what we'll find is once you've had a course of treatment with us, we will space your appointments out, keep bringing you back to review you if we need to. Those appointments will get longer and longer to the point where we can discharge you and you'll continue with self-management. But we're always here if you need us in the future, so you can always refer yourself back at any point if there's any issues whatsoever.